The Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 4 has been the most extraordinary and content-rich phase so far. With 5 movies, 5 miniseries, and an animated series out already, it's a gift that keeps on giving. While the phase has introduced a plethora of new characters, it has been lacking one important Marvel trait: interconnected storytelling. But that might be changing very, very soon. Stay tuned to find out how. First up is the interconnectivity debate. Marvel has a penchant for making their characters hop across films and series and making their stories cross over. But in Phase 4, there's been a noticeable lack of this. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was expected to be the film that would fulfill the role of connectivity in the MCU's multiverse saga. However, fans were left disappointed when that wasn't the case. Some even questioned if this was a result of a lack of planning for the current phase. And now, Thor to the rescue. Thor: Love and Thunder is set to release on the 8th of June, and based on its teasers and trailer, it might just be the savior fans need. Based on the OG Avengers plans post-Endgame, the movie explores Thor's retirement plan, or what it was supposed to be before Gore the God Butcher interrupted it and Jane Foster wielded Mjolnir as the mighty Thor. The marketing campaign for the 4th installment of the God of Thunder story has just begun, and it has already either directly referenced other Phase 4 projects or created the opportunity to do that in the future. Next, we have Phase 4 projects that might be connected to Thor 4. With that said, if the film actually comes through, it might just be the most important Phase 4 film out there. Don't believe us? Just take a look at all of the other Phase 4 projects it could be connected to. A prequel for the third Guardians film? We have to talk about the most obvious film first. The Love and Thunder trailer has already shown us glimpses of the Guardians of the Galaxy since Thor left with them after the Endgame. He'd handed over the rule of Asgard to Valkyrie and galloped off on intergalactic adventures with the bunch. We do see some of these adventures in the teasers, but we don't know as of yet how much screen time they'll be getting. The events of the film might lead up to the third Guardians film, which is set to come out in 2023. Setting the stage for Black Panther 2, the tragic passing of Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman spelled uncertainty for the franchise. Now that we know for sure a second film is coming, the big question is, who will the mantle be passed down to? If you're wondering about how this will tie into the Thor film, the answer lies in an officially released still. The still shows the goddess of Bast, aka Bastet. Now MCU veterans will know that it was Bastet who gave the people of Wakanda the heart-shaped purple flower that gives Black Panther his power. So it could be a nod to Thor setting the stage for a new Black Panther who will come forward in the Wakanda Forever sequel coming out later this year. Explaining Moon Knight mythology? Now we know Love and Thunder will show us a number of god and goddesses. We've also established that Greek god Zeus and Black Panther goddess Bastet will be in attendance. Does this mean we might see some Egyptian gods and goddesses from Moon Knight too? It's entirely possible. We might be getting to connect with Khonshu, Taweret, and Ammit again in one way or another. Kingo and Thor's reunion? Eternals came out in late 2021, and while the story of the Celestials, Eternals, and Deviants didn't seem to be smack dab in the middle of the action like other franchises, that might be changing. Kingo had mentioned knowing Thor a couple of times, and we may just get a reunion. Besides the reunion, we could also find out how the Celestials compare to Zeus, Odin, and Bastet, and that's something fans have been wondering about for a long time. Thor and variant Loki's introduction? Where Thor is, Loki is bound to follow. The MCU's main god of mischief may be deceased, but there is a Loki variant wandering the Earth, and though Love and Thunder doesn't seem like a multiversal film, you never know. However, one point of contention would be that the current variant Loki hasn't lived through the redeeming events of the past couple of things, and so he still very much detests his brother. But knowing director Taika Waititi's crazy streak, we might still see him in the film. Loki's presence has even been foreshadowed by Thor's back tattoo, and we might just get a glimpse of him in the film. If not in the film, we'll probably get one in the post-credits scene, since a second season of the Loki miniseries also comes out in the summer of 2023. Can't wait. Live action The Watcher? The animated What If the series has already seen some of its characters in live action and could potentially do the same with Thor: Love and Thunder. The second trailer for the film showed Jane summoning lightning while surrounded by towering statues, one of which was the Watcher, or Uatu, from the animated show. Since Uatu technically can't interfere until the direst of circumstances, we are yet to see if the circumstances will get serious enough to actually warrant a live-action cameo. But if Marvel chose to show him, we choose to believe. The Venom connection? Now this one's a long-awaited connection, but we might just be getting it soon. MCU fans have waited for a long time to see a connection being made with Sony's Venom franchise, and Love and Thunder might just give them what they want. How, you ask? Good question. You see, in the comics and in the film, Gore the God Butcher will be seen wielding all black, a necrosword that's actually considered to be a symbiote. What else do we know that's all black and a symbiote? Bingo, Venom. The only question that arises at this point is, how will Marvel adapt the weapon's symbiotic nature without infringing on Venom's rights, which it doesn't own? We'll just have to wait and see. So, it's a mishmash of franchises. For those who have been counting, yes, that's 7 franchises. releases. 7 franchises that Thor: Love and Thunder could connect to while dealing with Thor's character arc and the arrival of Jane's mighty Thor and the nefarious plans of Gore the God Butcher. MCU fans better hold on. The new Thor film's going to be a bumpy ride. July 8th and the release of the new Thor film isn't far off, but until then, let's take a look at some related news. Starting with, the MCU exists in the MCU. The current Ms. Marvel miniseries has given fans so much content in lieu of Easter eggs, and one such Easter egg is giving us Whiplash. In the first episode of the series, Kamala Khan is visiting Avenger Con, her MCU heaven, and looking closely, fans see several booths filled with Avengers paraphernalia. What does this mean for Kamala, for the MCU, for Avengers? Have they sold the rights to their personas, or is the merch exclusively theirs? Would Kamala get her own line of action figures when she's better known? Were there comics inspired by the heroes in this universe, or vice versa? What we know for sure is that the Marvel Cinematic Universe exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's an Inception situation if we've ever seen one. Next, Dakota Johnson's Marvel role is a dream come true. Dakota Johnson is all set to star in Sony and Marvel's Madam Web film. The actress recently spoke of the role in an interview and shared her excitement about being a part of the Marvel world. She shared that it was pretty cool to step into the world with a lesser-known character since it gave her room to make it her very own, and that was exciting. It's always been a dream of mine to do some kind of massive action movie. I always wanted to do like a female Indiana Jones. There's something about those movies that you're like, wow, a real human being can do that. The 50 Shades actress shared, and it seems like her dreams are coming true super soon. And finally, the I Am Groot poster drop reveals release date. I Am Groot is an animated short featuring Groot's intergalactic adventures. The series has been created by James Gunn, Kevin Feige, Louis D'Esposito, Victoria Alonso, and Kirsten Lepore, and will have Vin Diesel reprising his role as Groot's voice actor. The series will follow Groot's return to Planet X and will deal with his origin story in a way that none of the Guardians of the Galaxy films have done before. He will encounter new, unusual characters while frolicking across the galaxy. It's pretty cool stuff. A new official poster has just dropped, which shows Baby Groot chillin' like a villain. A release date has also been dropped, which is the 10th of August. This means the series will drop just a week before She-Hulk Attorney at Law starts airing on Disney+. It's a good time to be a Marvel fan. That's a wrap for this video. How many of these characters do you think we'll really be able to spot in Thor: Love and Thunder? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.